Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome back. And let's switch just quickly now to the politics of Ondo governorship election. A rather unfortunate incident occurred yesterday where violence erupted in Ipele and Owo Township in our local government area of Ondo State. There have been allegations and counter-allegations on the situation, which has raised a lot of tension in that state. The Ondo State Police Command is assuring that it will prosecute whoever is found wanting in the violence that broke out in those areas on Tuesday, where the election is built to hold on the 10th of October 2020. What are the chances of those who are running in the race? Some of the faces are not new. For example, the PDP candidate was the PDP candidate 4 years ago. The APC candidate was the APC candidate 4 years ago. The incumbent governor is seeking re-election. We spoke with him on Sunday. Today, let's hear from other people who are also in the race. Let's speak with one of the front runners now, Mr. Eyitayo Jegede, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party. He joins us via Skype now from, I guess, from Akure now. Is it Bini or Akure? Thank you so much, Mr. Jegede, for your time tonight. Let's begin the conversation about what happened yesterday. There's been allegations. The APC said your party was responsible. Your party has also said the APC was responsible. This is not the first time we are seeing these kind of things, and it's worrying that this is happening ahead of the election. Is this a do-or-die affair, or what exactly is happening in Ondo State, where people now have to lose their lives?
Well, unfortunately, the major contenders in this business of a contest are all lawyers. Two of us are senior lawyers, myself and the governor of Ondo State, Akeredolu SAN. But unfortunately, again, the level of violence that we have experienced in the last few weeks are unprecedented. Yesterday, 29th of September, that is Tuesday, there was an attack on us at Ipele. Ipele is my mother's place, but it's part of the local government, our local government, where the governor comes from. Apparently, they have sworn that we were not going to enter the local government of the governor. Same thing that played out in Kogi or there or somewhere. And then suddenly, they were about to get into Ipele when the armed Hoodlums, under command and control of the party hierarchy, attacked us. But thank God we had the security personnel with us. We had SSS, because we really had to beef up our security, given the level of violence. The SSS were there, the civil defense were there, the police were there in my entourage. And they repelled those boys who were brandishing guns. As soon as we left Ipele, heading towards Owo, that's the town of Governor Akeredolu, were stopped on the way. We branched at the party headquarters, and I was talking on the road room when we started hearing gunfire. They were firing shot at us. The entire streets of us deserted because these hoodlums again came out, issuing pump action. It took the intervention of civil defense, the police, and the SSS, and indeed the soldiers to come out to guide us to safety. In the process, Amuda Asikiru was shot. He's still alive. I had to visit him at the hospital today in Akure. Our vehicle, a big lorry that I used as a podium whenever I want to address the crowd, was burnt down. And this is what we experience every time. And I said to them, look, why do you have to engage in violence? Why do you have to shoot the same people you say you want to shoot? Why the level of desperation? We pretend peace all along. Everywhere we had gone to, we had permission of the police to attend political rally at those venues. On the 16th of September, we were at Oba, Aboko, and I was with a traditional ruler there. And the governor's entourage passed, and he started firing shots at us. And it was these hoodlums again. And you see them, the video is gone viral. And I spoke to him on phone. I said, why are we doing this? He said he's not aware that he was in front. Why should the hoodlums be following the governor carrying guns openly? And I think it has to stop.
All right. Let's look at your chances, Mr. Jegede. Does the Edo experience or the outcome of that election mean anything for your chance in this race? For Mr. Akeredolu, who spoke to us and said the way he beat you the last time, he's going to beat you yet again. What are your chances in this race if you look at the indices?
Well, if he's going to beat us, why does he have to engage in violence? Why does he have to get hoodlums on his entourage? The truth of it is that we're on ground. 4 years ago, yes, I contested election. We had internal crisis. I had just one day to campaign. The Supreme Court allowed me to be the candidate of the party. Just 2 days to the election, we sought for a postponement of the elections. INEC said no in its wisdom. I have no problems with that. And then we went to election. I came second. Now, down the line, 2019, that elections, the presidential election, the Senate election, look, we defeated all the APC guys in 2019 February. Despite the fact that President Buhari, with all due respect to him, was his president, Akeredolu remained the governor. 18 local governments manned by APC officials, we defeated them. We now produce 2 senators down the line, and we had House of Reps members. It will only show you that their so-called victory in 2016 was a fluke, it was fake. And don't forget, the SSG, a person that worked closely with them, came out openly about 3 months ago to say that I won the election, that they won the election. And they knew Akeredolu got there. Why did he say that? APC said that.
But Mr. Jegede, you chose not to challenge that case in court, did you?
Yes, I didn't. I didn't have to challenge every election. I chose my battles myself. Look, years ago it's a long period, but Ondo State people now have experienced Akeredolu in its proper form. When we left government that time and I ran for elections, the tuition fee that was being paid in all our universities in Ondo State was about 35,000 naira per session. The first thing he did when he came in was to increase it from 35,000 to 150,000 and 200,000. Our people have gone through that experience. That's our chances. Look, it's good sometimes to allow democracy to take its turn and its path. I chose not to challenge the election. And well, we've learned our lesson since then. Somebody is there and is still there. The same person at the same group of people are those who do not want the elections to hold by shooting guns, burning vehicles.
All right, Mr. Jegede, if you look at it, your former principal,
yes,
former governor, Olusegun Mimiko, he held your hand and he supported you. You served in his cabinet, but now he's on the other side. He's not supporting you. Politically, one is curious why that is happening. Well, the sale, some political experts are saying, is off your back with the scenario playing out. When your former principal, who helped you politically speaking, is now off your back.
Thank you very much. Dr. Mimiko belongs to the platform of Zenith Labour Party. I belong to PDP. I contested election in 2016 under PDP platform, and I came second. Dr. Mimiko was with me, so many others. In this year, 2020, year of our Lord Jesus Christ, I'm with God. God is with me, the people are with me, the market women are with me, students are with me, and I'm comfortable with that. And without due respect to Dr. Mimiko, he has the right to decide who to back. And he's a Zenith Labour Party. I belong to PDP.
But Mr. Jegede, is ZLP any kind of a threat to your chances?
Not in any way, I can tell you that. Not in any way. Look, the candidate of ZLP was a member of the APC. I speak with you, the candidate of ZLP is the sitting deputy governor of Ondo State. The candidate of APC is the sitting governor of APC. I have the privilege of spending the two of them. I'll go up in history as the first to be challenged by a sitting deputy governor and a sitting governor. And by God's grace, the Goliath will fall come 10th of October 2020.
Well, is there any truth? Clarify for us. We are hearing, because I have my ears to the ground, is there any truth in the fact that you are pleading with the ZLP for an alliance?
Not me. Not me. Maybe they themselves. I don't know who is planting this story, these fake stories you have everywhere. Look, when you have a bright chance like myself, and since I'm looking up to you, they all gather up together and conspire. You see these conspirators, couple of God's stories, they want to diminish your chance, but it's not going to happen. I'm a front runner in this game, and by the grace of God, we're running a free fair election. All I request from INEC and the police and President Buhari is just a level playing ground. I'm not asking for any favor. Just allow the votes to count. Don't allow what's happened in some of the states, won by APC, to happen in those states. Let
let there be a free and fair election that you have in Edo State, like you have in Oyo State. And what happens in Oyo State, in Edo State, is coming to Oyo State.
All right. You think there will be a replay of Edo situation in Ondo State for the PDP?
It should be free and fair election. Look, this is a country where when things go wrong, we grandstand on it. The normal thing is for us to have a free, fair election. Let each and every vote count. Don't bring insults. Don't go and have armed men rampage all over the place, attacking and taking ballot boxes. A few weeks ago, APC conducted what they call local government elections between themselves. APC contested against APC, and they were carrying boxes. They were shooting guns. In the local government of the governor, where Akeredolu comes from, let's say, you have within APC about 5 contenders. As we speak to you, look, the highest level of violence is recorded in our local government, where the governor comes from. We could not move in there because they barricaded the road with gun-toting men all over the place and check the place. Anytime I put posters there, they tear it up and they litter the place with their own posters. Forgetting that posters don't win the election.
All right. So, Mr. Jegede, this is very crucial as regarding, we might not be able to, item by item, look at your manifesto. But you have been promising that you will reverse the fees of tertiary education in Ondo State should you come back to office. I mean, should you win the election. And you have also said that healthcare is overpriced in Ondo State. But if you look at the issue of revenue across the country, economies are really having troubles. Do you think, let me ask, how do you hope to run some of these ventures should you win the election?
It's not a new thing. It's happened before. When Nawulo was in government, he ran a free education. I'm not saying I'm running a free education. I'm saying that I'm going to reduce the exorbitant fees at our tertiary institutions. That's not too much for those things. We did it for 8 years. When we were in government, when I was Attorney General, it was our privilege to ensure that we open our doors of education for our students. And in that period, in that same government, built additional universities. One university at Ondo, that's the University of Medical Science. So there's no big deal about that. The entire cost of free maternity care for a year is about 400 million naira. That's not too much for those things. In any case, I have a right as a governor to decide what should be my priority. If I say education will be my priority, then it should be. If I say healthcare will be, then it will be. If I say providing jobs for our young lads is going to be my priority, then it will be. And of course, we have to grow the economy using the agriculture. We have our plan set out by God's grace, and we will be able to achieve that. Yes, money can never be enough, but you need to prioritize, and that's what we intend to do.
All right. So, Mr. Eyitayo Jegede, unfortunately, I mean, these connections are very frustrating sometimes. I do hope that we'll be able to sit face to face and be able to itemize some of your plans and manifestos for the people of Ondo State. But I must sincerely thank you for your time tonight. I know you are on a journey and you had to stop to speak to us on the program. Thank you so much indeed for your time tonight, the candidate of the PDP in Ondo State.
Sure, thank you very much. It's my privilege to talk to you and our people. God bless you.
So much. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.